don't even know what to buy no more. They know I'm the truth. I don't even know how to lie no more. I don't drink lean no more. I threw away the styrofoam.
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy RisKK back again with another video. And in this one, I'm sure you guys can see by the title and by me typing the name. But today we're going to be building KEVIN DURANT. Alright, this is probably one of the most anticipated builds of the entire year, because it's pretty much a sharpshooter slash stretch type build when it comes to KEVIN DURANT. And I just wanted to let you guys know this is going to be most likely my last build video before 2K20, because 2K20 is probably like 4 days away. I might upload one more other video, which will be pretty much breaking down everything we know about 2K20 before the launch. But for the most part, this is the last build I'm going to make before the actual launch, because at the launch we might see new pie charts and stuff like that, where I'll be dropping more videos. Now, another thing you'll notice throughout the video, my player is invisible. I guess I just made too many builds and stuff like that, so my players got invisible. But going right into the build, the skill breakdown chart, alright. To build KEVIN DURANT, when you think of KEVIN DURANT, you probably think of shooting and playmaking right away. Obviously shooting number 1 and playmaking number 2. Just with those two things, it's really hard to find that balance in between the two, because I don't think KEVIN DURANT is an 81 3-pointer. Alright, and then besides that, you think of finishing and defense, you know, pretty even. He's a good defender because he's tall and has a long wingspan, and he can dunk the ball pretty well. So I think I ended up going with this pie chart. What you think? I mean, it's not really a KEVIN DURANT pie chart, but I mean, it just fits best based off what we have to work with, which is going to be obviously the one with the 93 3-pointer. Like I said, hopefully at the launch they add a new pie chart that, you know, kind of has more defending and I guess more shooting, like maybe like an 88 3-pointer and then, you know, 70 defensive stats, something like that, like a two-way type player, because that's really what he is. He's a two-way shot creator type sharp shooter, something like that. But yeah, so we went with that pie chart. For the physical profile, a lot of people just go straight speed with KEVIN DURANT, but looking at this, we think of KEVIN DURANT, he's got a pretty high vertical. He has a high vertical, so I think we're going to go with the physical profile that has 67 vertical, and he still has 72 speed. I think that's just honestly the best physical profile. For me, physical profile is the whole year. Unless you're a point guard and you go max speed, I think having a balanced physical profile is obviously the best choice. Now, for upgrading everything, like I said, we're going for the two things that he does the best, which could be shooting and playmaking. We're going to max that out completely. And now we have 218 attribute upgrades left. Now, really quickly, I'm going to show you guys so you kind of know how much these badge points are going to get me, or how much these attribute upgrades are going to get me, like badge points per each category. As you see, when I max out my defense, I get left with pretty much no attributes left, and I get like about 8 defensive rebounding badges. But now when I go to my finishing, you'll see I can max everything out and I'll get 10 badges, and I'll still have around 50 attribute upgrades left. So for me, I think that's going to be the best option when it comes to, you know, just getting the most value out the attribute upgrades, because obviously I can balance it out, because when you look at finishing for KEVIN DURANT, all we really need is going to be that driving dunk and driving layup. Alright, and I guess you could do close shots sometimes in case you do get some shots in the paint, but we don't need standing dunk or post hook. We could use those and put that into more of our defense, like interior defense and our blocking, or maybe even our rebounding. But then we won't be getting that many badges, and I think getting these slashing badges for these attributes is going to really pay off in the end. Alright, and then obviously at 95 overall, I think you're able to respec your player, repick the attributes and all that. So if you don't like the slashing, you could obviously go defense at that point later on in the build. But I think that really completes it when it comes to the attributes here. You see the badges, we're getting obviously maximum amount of shooting, 14 playmaking, 10 finishing. This is pretty much a 55 badge build right here with KEVIN DURANT. I think this really fits him. As yeah, I think we got everything perfect here. I don't want to lower anything too much, because we will actually need those playmaking badges. I don't really want to go lower than that. And yeah, so now we're going to go into the height. Obviously, when it comes to height, when you think KEVIN DURANT, you're going to think of, oh, 7 feet, KEVIN DURANT. Alright, but in 2K, to get the most out of our attributes, we had to go small forward. And then going small forward only allows us to go to 6'9". So we're going to have to go 6'9" on this build. And even then, when we're talking about a KEVIN DURANT build or any player build in 2K, we don't necessarily try to make it exactly like that player. You want to make it to where, you know, it fits the best in 2K. Because if we were to make KEVIN DURANT at 7 feet, he just wouldn't be KEVIN DURANT, at least this year. Maybe last year you could have a shot creating stretch 7 foot, but this year with the movement, I don't think that would be possible. So 6'9" for the height for me is definitely where we got to go. Now for the weight, KEVIN DURANT is never known to be really hefty, so we're not going to go any higher on our weight. But you see, right now I'm trying to figure out the exact weight to where I could gain the amount of acceleration, the exact amount of acceleration, and not lose too much strength, because I don't want to be just completely weak. And I decided going 194. I think that's the best weight when it comes to this build. Now once again, with the wingspan, KEVIN DURANT has a maximum wingspan, but at the same time we want to make this build playable in 2K and, you know, actually worth the build. And if we max out, we get an 85-3, and I think he deserves higher than that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go smaller and get a higher 3-point shot, because I could go smaller and get a 95, but I don't need that. So I ended up just going one above the default, and like that I only go down one 3-point attribute, but I still have pretty long arms. Now you see with Takeover, we do get the 3 takeovers that I was expecting for a Kevin Durant build, which would be sharpshooting, playmaking, and post scoring. And when I think of post scoring, you guys probably thinking like a back down post score, like a Shaq, but that's not what Kevin Durant is when it comes to post scoring. I mean in the factor of he could just back people down, post them up, and shoot lots of post fadeaways. And you'll see when I choose my badges, I will put the deep fade badge, because that's what Kevin Durant is made to do. That's what he does. That's how he isolates a lot of the times. It's out the post, kind of like LeBron James. All right. Now here, just pick out your overall, you know, and in case you guys don't know, at 99 overall, you do get +4 attributes to every attribute. You get +4 at 99 overall, but keep in mind, you do not keep that 99 overall permanently. If you lose a few games, you will lose 99. So that's pretty cool for the full launch of the game. Now going into the badges, we got finishing. We're gonna go with, I think, around 4 badges. I don't want to just go like all out and get like 3 gold and 1 bronze. I want to make it the most worth it. So we're going to start with contact finisher gold. A lot of people mistake that for relentless finisher. Keep in mind, relentless finisher is different this year. It just reduces your stamina loss. Contact finisher will help with the contact layups and dunks. So it's pretty much posterizer and last year's relentless finisher combined. So we do select that. We do get giant slayer. Then we get pro touch and slithery finisher. Slithery finisher, another great badge behind that contact finisher, man. It's really good. It'll help you get past the defenders in the paint. And the other two are self-explanatory. Now going into shooting. Kevin Durant, we are going to, like I said, do deep fades and difficult shots. Typically, you won't get those on a stretch because you won't have the ability to get difficult shots, and just deep fades won't be worth it. But for Kevin Durant purposes, we will be getting that, because that's how we're going to play on this build. Off the post, off the isolation, on the 2's court, potentially against another guard. So we do want to get that deep fades badge for sure. Then we do get 6 attributes left, and I do decide to go green machine and hot zone hunter gold. But honestly, you could kind of switch up and put those 2 silver and then throw on maybe silver flexible release or silver tireless shooter. But for me, I'm not going to be running around all over the place, so I don't need tireless shooter. And then flexible release, I don't see that badge being very helpful, because usually you're going to be shooting full bars anyways. Now, for the playmaking first badge, you want to get off the bat is quick first stat. That's going to be the most important badge. That just is pretty much allows you to speed boost in some shape or form. Alright, then with the other badge, we go on pluckable and tight handles. Tight handles is kind of like ankle breaker. It kind of stuns your defenders. Won't make them fall, but it'll stun them. That's really all we need when it comes to the playmaking on this build. And then obviously unpluckable, self-explanatory. Then we still got 5 upgrades left, so I'm going to select 1 gold and 1 silver. Now, with the gold, I do decide to go stop and go in silver space creator, for the fact that even though I haven't really seen space creator into full effect, but I assume it just might create more separation when I do maybe post fades or something like that. So that's why I do select that. And stop and go just seems like a really handy badge for this build, because we don't have a whole lot of playmaking anyway. Now, obviously for defense, I always go over Intimidator. That's obviously the best defensive badge in the entire game. And that pretty much wraps up the whole Kevin Durant build. I think this is going to be the best possible Kevin Durant build to build as of now, with no more pie charts in the game. So drop a like, drop a sub, and your boy is out.
Lucas. It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos, and we put it right back. 40 autos, and he left in the back. I can't be trusting, cause people just act. I get the money, I run it right back. The plug on my phone, I get to these racks. The plug on my phone, I'm gonna get back. I can't be trusting, cause people be switching and stuff.